So I want to go back to the money point for a second. So it's awesome, able to get the investors, able to figure this out and just scale quickly. But it's one of the hardest points for our listeners, right? They buy their first building, they wait a year or two, they buy the next building, they wait a year or two, they buy the next building, and they're just saying, how do I 10x this thing? So was there anything from that Pangea experience that you can share with someone working on a much smaller scale? Like any tips you can give where those learnings can be leveraged for someone that's just trying to go from, call it, 5 units to 50?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's quite apples to apples because, again, we raised all high net worth capital from a guy who just had scaled another business and stuff. I think on a smaller level, the way that people have had success is to be able to, obviously improve the value of the property and then pull out the equity, but hold the property versus selling the property. And I think a smart way of doing that is to work with smart lenders and make sure your lender understands appraised values. And before you even start the project, understand what the final value is going to be, right? Understand what your final loan to value is going to be. Are you going to get 80% at the end? Are you going to get 70% at the end? What's the recourse going to be? What kind of a loan are you going to put on it when you're done? Is it going to be a Fannie Mae loan? Is it going to be a community bank loan? And when you can and then what will the bank allow you to take out all of your proceeds?
Yep.
So if you buy it for 500 and put in, 200 and it's worth $1 million, can you take the 700 out? Or will the bank lender say, no, we're not going to do a full cash out refi? So I think
they want you to have skin in the game and some other clause or whatever it might be.
Right. Maybe they'll give you 60% and they get half your money out. So you kind of have to understand what the lender at the end is going to do just as much as what the lender in the beginning is going to do, because the acquisition loan, everyone thinks about how do I get a loan? How do I buy the property? But if you can get your money out at the end, that's the kicker, because then you've got the money to go buy the next one. If you have to wait to accumulate your own personal nest egg to buy the next one or raise money from someone else, that's a little bit tougher. Easier said than done these days. Buildings are more expensive now than they were back when people could kind of do cash out refis maybe a little bit easier, and leverage is higher back then, which was a bit of a problem. But I would say understanding your end loan is very critical. Just what can you do at the end of the day?